Let's check if we're live. Alright, so welcome to today's trade recap. I'm going to show you a trade that I took today on NAS 100. So I basically took this move from somewhere here within the 5 minute. So it was somewhere here, I think. Yeah, somewhere here. This macro right here. Suppose was about there. My target was here. I think I entered somewhere like here. Yeah, because it was 1.8, but I got out to break even, so it was this kind of move. Anyways, let me remove the graphs and show you how I was looking at this market. So let's remove everything. So now going to daily time frame. First going to replay first of all. So I analyzed the markets at 9:15 right here, Monday 7th July. Right, so let's go to daily time frame. Right, so the daily time frame was working kind of like this, as you can see, and we were in this order block. This, you can see this move. You can see this order block right here. Now on the 4 hour, you can see, okay, let's take a minute to load. So in the 4 hour, we were also in some kind of POI as well. You can see we had this, we had this fair value gap that was holding price, and we also had this internal 4 hour fair value gap which has been also respected, and we might target for sell side to be taken out before we continue with the move. So first off, what time is this? Okay, replay is going somehow crazy. Now going on the 5 minute. So first I went to the 15, right? On the 15 minute, select the bar 9:15, right? So right here on the 15 minute, what were we seeing? At this time we had a big SMT. On the 1 hour we had this, I think it was this high and this one. So from this high here I had an SMT with ES, and we keep in mind that we were in this high time frame POI, so the 4 hour fair value gap. This one was for HFG. This was a 4 hour fair value gap. And now I was targeting for market to drop below to take out London lows. You can see I have some sell side liquidity here on these London lows. So I had this sell side as a sell here, and we also have we had the previous day low here in another sell side level. And now I had to drop on the lower time frame, of course. So inside this SMT we had also got this sweep here, very nice sweep. And let's go on ES and show you that too. So on ES, let's go on the 5 minute, or the 15 is the same thing. So on the 15 you can see here we also took out that high, but here we created a higher high instead. You can see we had a very nice SMT from here to here. This was the SMT. Now I was looking for market to obviously to drop, and you can see we had shifted structure. Now going in the 5 minute, I was actually not active around these times, like at 8, but you can see that there was also a good entry and as this series of up close candles were reversed, we had a change in state right here, which means if someone was to be active, you can take this entry. But let me just go straight to what was happening in the market. So we had this fair value gap here, and you can see like all these PDRAs in this move right here, these order blocks getting disrespected, and so here we were also about to disrespect this fair value gaps. Like this fair value gap has been disrespected, so I might look for a rebalance and then the drop. So let's see what the next candle did. So we were about to have market open. So you can see we had this massive candle that pushed into this. We had a 15-minute fair value gap as well here. And the 15-minute, you can see that we had this gap here and this gap here. So at the moment we pushed into these gaps is the moment that my trade was activated, like my trade idea was validated. So it pushed right here, and I was kind of late to the entry, so I entered somewhere here. So my entry was somewhere in these areas. Then my target was to take out these lows with my stop loss quite a bit wide, somewhere there. So it was a 1.8, and I had to let it run. So it had took out the first sell side, so I had to wait for full sell side to be hit. So you can see how the entry was going so far. So this move upward you see is the one that took me out. You can see like it dropped, reached somewhere in these areas, and I was like, it's already one to one. Why don't I move my stop to break even? And then it took me out, and then it dropped again. But in the end, it hits full take profit. Pushes high again. So today's price action was quite slow, because obviously it's Monday, and Mondays are for some kind of manipulation, and I believe this week will be bullish, like we drop and then we push higher. So this was the trade of the day, and although I didn't get any kind of profit, but this was a really good trade, filled everything. We were in a higher time frame POI sweep internally and SMT, and we had some change in state of delivery somewhere here, and we also had a retracement into a fair value gap, which is basically the 2022 model, which was in play. You can see here we had the sweep, we had the shift in structure, and we had just this fair value gap. So the 2022 model was also in play here. So good trade, looking to take to put my playbook into action, and only looking for valid clear entries. So until next time.